Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lotus D's channel. Today, we're going to get right into it. All right. So, your inner critic, friend or foe? I'm going to set the storyline for you guys. Does that voice that's in your head help or hurt you? We all have our inner critic, right? But what if everything you thought about it was wrong? This video hopefully will challenge that for you and make you think of your perception and reveal if maybe, just maybe, that constant internal dialogue is actually holding you back or secretly propelling you forward. So there's the storyline. Dum bum bum. Okay, of course, if your critical part is at the harsher end of the spectrum, the messages it can give you will be really bad. Now, again, I'm saying if you're critiquing, as in your critical part, at the very end of the spectrum, it can come off really harsh and really bad. Meaning you will feel all types of ways, like anxious, stressed out, unconfident. What is it down here? It has oh, ashamed. No one wants to feel any of that. But it could be at the other part of the spectrum too, right? Where it's too overly positive. So it says, hey, you deserve it, go do it. Hey, you deserve it, go do it. And then you look back at your pocketbook and go, how am I going to pay for groceries? How am I going to live? There is why it's something you have to understand. The inner critic that lives inside of you is part of your mental state of mind. Remember that saying that they always say, you're your worst critic? And you're like, what does that mean? Well, that's what that means. Sometimes we could critique ourselves so much to the point where we overanalyze everything we do that the creator is saying to us, girl, what you doing? I didn't ask you to do that. I asked you to be honest. I asked for you to be you. I accept the fact you're broken. I know you're imperfect. So why are you doing that? Just saying. Why are we our worst critics sometimes when it comes down to it? Why do we obsess ourselves so much over every little thing we do to the minute peeps that we consider ourselves, well, I'm already a sinner, so I might as well just go out and do this? Thought process, right? Here's where it comes into the kicker. Because there's been many a time people were like, I wish I could just get rid of it. And I'm like, can you get rid of this? Because you're a righty, right? You're not a lefty. So can you just get rid of it? And they're like, no. Could you get rid of pinky? No. Why not? Because it's part of me. I need that. Guess what? You need the critic as well. The reasons why you need that critic, and you have to train it. That's the key. Training the critic within. Because by having them trained, you're able to make it lean closer to a neutral space. Not so much harsh, not so much positive, but somewhere in the middle. Because when it comes to positivity, we all are about that life. But there are things in our life that are dark. And although we lean towards the positive, that's a good thing. But when we live over here and we don't face the darkness, we cannot grow. Growth mindset means understanding that no one is perfect. Being positive all the time does not make you a perfect person. You're still going to be imperfect. You're still going to make mistakes. And then your critic is going to say to you, oh, did you just do that last week? Mm-hmm. That's you. The creator is looking at you right now. Do you think they like that? Probably not. Get it together. Then you have the one that's on the darker side or the harsher part. So it's like having an angel and maybe a little devil on each shoulder, right? We don't want that. We need discernment. I don't mind having an angel, but I definitely know I'm not one. And I don't want a devil because that's a real dark situation going on over there. So poof, be gone. I don't need either one. I want me, thee, and I want to stand on my own 10 toes in front of the creator and say, this is who I am. This is who you made me to be. And this is what I'm going to do. Now, does that mean we're going to have mistakes? Sure. But the inner critic will also tell us when we forget our keys in the car. We forgot it's running. We forgot this is doing things. Again, that's that neutrality, right? That where somewhere in the middle, discernment. It will let us know you forgot the umbrella in the car and it's raining, or you got to go back to the house to get the umbrella. You forgot your phone. These are the things that the inner critic, that inner voice, keeps saying. It's critiquing us, but it's also reminding us of who we are. So, the best thing to do when it comes to that inner critic is to embrace it, to have compassion so we can understand it, and then we can train it so that it does not always go flip flop, flip flop, flip flop, flip flop. We want it to be neutral. We want it to help guide us. And is it going to have mistakes? Are we going to make mistakes still? Of course. But the difference is that the harshness of the reality of having one and the too much of the other side of it are not going to work either. Because when it comes down to it, we are somewhere in the middle ourselves. So train that inner critic, embrace it, understand it, because it's part of you. Have a good one, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.